I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable. Couple minutes left score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
It's a Sunday triple header right here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. As the regular season begins to draw to a close, we are just 3 weeks away from the playoffs. First up, the Bristol Flyers, who qualified for the playoffs just last week. They're hosting a team who qualified weeks ago, the London Lions, and they'll have their work cut out. London are on the longest winning streak of the season, 14 games in total. Bristol are also trying to avoid a season sweep, having lost every time they've faced the league championship winners. Calling this one is Leicester Riders head coach Rob Paternostro, and he's alongside Dan Routledge.
Thank you very much to hear, yes, the two coaches getting ready for this one. Bristol Flyers taking on the London Lions. And speaking of coaches, I'm joined by one of the best of all time in the British Basketball League, 7-time coach of the year, 6-time league winner, 5 times a playoff champion. Rob, at this time of year, teams are trying to get their spot in the seedings, but where's the balance between where you finish and how you're playing going into those playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's important now to make sure everybody is healthy and also to establish how you're going to play going forward. What style of play, what do you want to work on going into the playoffs?
Well, let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game, starting with the Bristol Flyers, and this 5 have never started together before. Raf Thomas Edwards is drafted in. It's quite a big lineup, but very thin on the bench. No Tajon Lucas, no Trajan Jacob for the Bristol Flyers. A lot of offense missing. At the other end of the floor, a few absentees for the London Lions as well. No Jordan Taylor, Sam Decker, or Dante Grantham, which means Kieran Sandy gets his 12th start of the season. Well, last time these two teams played in this building, 2 guys really went off. Tellin Ollison for Bristol.
Yeah, Tevin Allison, the Memphis product. He was on fire, and he's a guy that's had a fantastic season. He's been so consistent. 37% from three-point range, 81% from free throw line, 16 points per game. He can shoot it from anywhere at any time.
And the guy who really got it started in that last meeting, Matt Morgan.
Yeah, Matt Morgan was incredible, too, in that game. Let's hope for more of the same. He's a 66% two-point field goal shooter, 47% three-point shooter, and 88% free throw shooter. He can score in many different ways.
Not long till tip-off now. The ball will go up right after this break. Welcome back to Bristol, Andreas Kapoulis. Is it an easier job when you got two guys missing? You got a bit less of a rotation to go through.
That's a good way to look at it. But yeah, he does not want those two guys to be missing today. Obviously, with Lucas down, with Jacob down, you're going to have to play guys heavy minutes. And this is their 4th game in 8 days as well. So it'll be interesting to see the type of energy that Bristol has throughout the game.
It'll also be interesting to see how London react, because obviously knocked out of the Euro Cup at the semi-final stage. A great campaign for them, but that's now come to an end. And suddenly they've only got one thing to focus on, which is getting right for the playoffs. And they've played so few British Basketball League games in recent weeks, given how front-loaded their schedule was. So it's about rhythm for them. Here's Matt Morgan looking inside for Olasheni. Ball moving nicely for the Lions. Nwaba's shot is off the mark, and Green with the rebound.
And that was great ball movement, inside out, all around, just didn't make the shot.
Ollison drives and kicks out, and it's blocked. That one falls short, bobbled about. London able to come up with it. Olasheni given the freedom of the free throw line. He's too good a shooter to be left that open.
Yeah, and you know, he's not aggressive with that all the time, but if you give it to him, he will take it and he will knock it down.
Well, two of them diving at Ollison, not wanting to give him the shot. It's inside to Green. And doesn't quite get the roll on that hook.
Good box out from Sandy there. You have to box out all night against Bristol.
Olasheni again, a little step closer this time, same result.
Nice rotation there. If you hit the front of the rim with that rotation, it rolls in. 2 for 2.
Ball kicked there. The shot clock won't reset. It's above 14.
And you saw how they jumped to Ollison early on that last possession. They remember what he did to him last time.
I'm imagining that was pretty high on the video they watched back this week in preparation for this game. Here's Bradley for 3. He knocks down Bristol's first score of the game.
Well, Nwaba stayed way off from there, maybe helping into the post, but Bradley's a good shooter with a lot of time there.
Morgan back to Olasheni. Well, he's missed one.
He's firing today.
He's certainly getting it up. Johnson. A little low for Ollison. He manages to get it up off the floor, but misses the shot. Nwaba pushing. Nwaba all the way to the basket for 2.
Strong Nwaba. You could see that when he takes it to the basket. Get out of his way, because he's coming.
Well, you almost have to prevent that at half court. Once he's got the wind in his sails, he's too athletic to stop. Here's Bradley down on the low block, trying to use his size and forcing it home.
Well, Bradley's not really a post-up guy, but if he gets the right matchup on a switch, he's really tough. And he went right that time, usually left.
Phillip gets it back from Olasheni, feeds his big man for the lay-in.
And this,
Gabe.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. This is why Olaseni's so good. Obviously, we see the jumpers he made. He's such a good passer, but also a guy you can always throw the ball to and continue the offense flowing. They've been so great at that this year.
Johnson driving in, throws it back out. Ollison fakes the 3, takes the 2, leaves it short. Hooked out pass. Matt Morgan had escaped down court. That did go in, but it was a goaltend as well.
Bad job from Bristol not getting back on defense. Good recognition from London. And Morgan does a good job. And that great pass up the floor. Morgan really fast, changing ends. An easy deuce.
That's a tough pass to try and feed Green. 2 Lions cried him out. Looks like he might have took a knock in there as well.
Olasheni fronted him that time, played in front of him, but he got good help from the backside. I think it was Sandy that came over. You need good team defense when you're fronting a post player.
Well, that's a tough pass to make there down at the knees of Green. Phillip trying to find Olasheni, knocked away. That will stay with the Lions.
Interesting to see where London is at. Obviously knocked out of the Euro Cup. You know, had some time off, I'm sure. Now back at it, trying to get the push to repeat as playoff champion.
Morgan. Nwaba steps back behind the three-point line and rattles it in.
Well, that's a tough move there. Pretty good D on him. Didn't let him drive. Looked like he wanted to go. But when you can hit step-back jumpers like that, tough to guard.
A little early in the offense, but Thomas Edwards is able to... Oh, he's missed the layup, though. Did the good work to rebound Bradley's miss. Here's Nwaba again, taking it to the hole. Bristol come away with it. Oh, nice pass. Bradley down court. That's a goaltend as well.
A couple times here, both teams struggling to get back on defense. Early Sunday afternoon, and Bradley gets the easy deuce as Nwaba goaltends.
Phillip fakes the three, gives it back to Morgan. Inside to Olasheni, and he is fouled. No traveling violation is called.
I think that was a good call there from the referee on the outside. Let's see it again. A little hop and a hop. Good call.
Pass deflected by Nwaba out of bounds for a Bristol ball.
Hedging the ball screens there, London. So the weak side was open, but good deflection to knock it out.
Bradley, top of the key, rims out. Another offensive rebound from Thomas Edward, but ripped away by Matt Morgan. Phillips going to fire up the three. He's going to knock it down.
I love the cross-court pass in transition. So tough to match up with. And that time, Morgan skipped it across, and Phillips said, hey, why not? I haven't shot yet.
9 of London's 16 points so far coming in the fast break. That's a kick ball by Sandy. Good start to the game for the London Lions. 16 points to 7 thanks to Gabe Olasheni's early work. Timeout is called. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol, where the Flyers are being led by Levi Bradley. Number 42 has all 7 of Bristol's points in the first 5 minutes of this game. Thomas Edwards. Oh, his pass is way off the mark there, straight out of bounds.
Good job by Sharma, who just came into the game to hedge out on that pick and roll. Really stymied that. Bristol didn't really have anything else to go to after that.
Here's Sharma. Nice pass and good cut along the baseline for Phillip.
Well, at that time, Phillip recognized that they were helping from back there, and just a quick, simple cut leads to 2.
Well, these two teams at opposite ends of the standings when it comes to assists per game, and it's proving that way so far. Bradley takes his total to 9. He's got all of Bristol's points. Philip almost lost it, did well to keep possession. Shalawati in the corner is Philip, and Thomas Edwards chasing that one down.
Good, fun to watch London play offense though at times, the way the ball goes in and out and around.
Ollison early in the shot clock misses that 3. Oh, Morgan splitting between the two defenders, getting all the way to the rim. Beautiful move.
Wow, and you know, the split was great, but then the athletic move to avoid the charge, that looked like it had a charge written all over it. Great individual move.
John, oh, wiped out by Sharma. London looking to run. Morgan will wait for reinforcements. Here's Sandy in the corner for 3. Ollison comes away with it. Foul called. It's on the floor.
Well, London with a great offensive start so far. Here you see the split from Morgan, and now avoids Johnson, which is nice. And then on the defensive end, watch Sharma. Boom! Off the glass, and that was great how he knocked it off the glass because it started the fast break.
Well, Matt Morgan and co leading 20 points to 9 after 7 minutes. And from a Bristol point of view, they've called this timeout, Coach Kapoulas. The 20 is the big problem here, giving up 20 in 7 minutes.
No question about it, and I heard him in the last time, how you could hear him, you know, imploring them to have more energy and to play. But when you look at London versus Bristol this season, in the league, 98, 95, and 101 for London. So, you know, just like the rest of us, they're having a difficult time stopping that London offense.
Well, he's talking, as you say, about energy and effort. Obviously, he doesn't have the resources to rotate. So guys psychologically are thinking maybe instead of 26, 27 minutes, I'm going to be playing 32, 33 minutes, and I've got to preserve my energy through this game.
Yeah, especially with the hectic schedule that they have had, you know, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. So, you know, they're a team that has had a lot of miles on them in the last week or so. And when, you know, you find out before the game that there's no Lucas, that there's no Jacob, yeah, you're going to have to call as many timeouts as you have and do whatever you can to conserve that energy.
Well, London with all 5 of their starters sitting down now, almost showing off really. Oh, there we go, what a shot.
Pasquale!
Yeah, Landolfi, the first player not named Bradley to get on the score sheet.
That's a big shot for Pasquale. He's going to get some minutes today.
Nelson gets into the key off the mark. Johnson to the elbow. Rebound by Sharma.
Shifty move, though, by Johnson. Difficult to keep in front of you. Sometimes you just have to, you know, give him that jump shot, because if he goes by, it's a 2.
Nelson, top of the key for 3, way off the mark.
Good execution of that play, though. Sharma with a really good screen to get him free.
Ollison. Kicked out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. He fires up for the triple. Back iron. And Sharma grabs another defensive rebound.
Another good hedge out by Sharma to stop the pick and roll.
Here's Sharma along the baseline, trying to find some room. Good work from Green to force him out. Connor Morgan for 3. Long rebound comes right back out to Quealy. And here's Sharma with the one-handed throw down.
Throw it down! And good look from Quealy there in the lane. Don't underestimate that pass. Nice pass. And no one throws it down in this league like Sharma.
Ollison, late shot clock, trying to find some room, gets the 3 away. And Sharma again is there to grab the loose possession.
Good defense from Quealy out there on Ollison. He tried 3 different moves on him that didn't work.
Oh, Sharma just squares up and knocks down the jumper.
A better shooter than you think at times, Sharma. And if you give it to him, he's not shy to take it. That's, I think, 3 jumpers by the 5 men already for the Lions.
Lob down low to Big Brad Green, who tosses it in for 2.
That was a switch there, and Johnson realized the switch and made the right play.
Shot clock switched off here. London trying to tick it down, already with a double-figure advantage. Nelson being harassed, gets it to Sharma. A lot of space for Sholawati for 3, and that does not go. But a good first quarter for the London Lions. They lead this 1 by 10. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Bristol. And Rob, you've liked what Sharma has done at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, look at here, how he jumps out to stop the dangerous Ollison, then gets back into play. And here, the handoff, and watch the good screen. Boom, wide open for Nelson. So 2 plays that don't show up in the box score, but 2 winning plays.
Well, he's certainly made his impact so far in the game, Josh Sharma. And the Lions leading this 1 by 10. Not technically straddled the line there. It's technically a backcourt, but he was supposed to be straddled. We'll let it slide. Bradley. Back to Johnson. And there's Sharma. Oh, this time he gets called for a foul. But there he is again, jumping out on those screens.
Yeah, it's tough to find big guys that are that quick and that agile to do it. Maybe a little too much here. It could have been either way. But when you have big guys that can do that, that can really shut down that pick and roll offense, and Sharma and Olasini both are able to do that.
Samuels needs some help, finds it from Smith. Smith dribbling to the rim. Nice drive from the big fella.
Yeah, nice job. He picked them up all the way out in the three-point line. Leslie can make those, but that time head down to the right hand, soft touch off the glass.
Nice pass. Oof. It's going to be a blocking foul as Sharma hits the deck hard, but we've seen that so many times, that little Nelson to Sharma bounce pass.
Yeah, pocket pass, they call it. Here comes Johnson. Is he there? Maybe not turned enough. Dangerous landing from Sharma there. Well, you know what was in his mind when he caught that one? He wanted to rip that rim down.
Well, I have to get his points from the free throw line instead, but he's got 5 points, the sole contributor in terms of offense off the bench so far.
You look at the Lions this season from the free throw line, #1 in the league at 80%, 79.9. So obviously super talented, athletic, deep. And when you give them free ones, they punish you.
Bit of full court show from London. Nothing too serious to deal with. Samuels needs to still get across the line. Johnson into the trees, and Olasheni denies him a path. Connor Morgan trying to muscle his way to the rim. And the foul is called for the little slap down.
Morgan, we know him as a really good three-point shooter, but he's powerful down there as well. Going up against Bradley as Bradley reaches down. Didn't like the call, but I think it was the right call. But Morgan's versatility is what makes him, such a special player.
Well, he backed away from that free throw almost as if he was trying to pull it back a little. It was a touch long.
89% on the season. That was only his 8th miss this year.
He quickly made amends. London by 11. Johnson going to fire up the three off the mark. Olasheni with the easy rebound, but he throws it straight to Keedy Johnson. Bradley for three. Bradley continues to fill it up. He's into double figures with 12.
He likes the Sunday afternoon game, Levi Bradley. Aggressive early and often. He knows he's getting his minutes today, so fire away.
Johnson knocks it away from Morgan. Smith has it slapped away by Nelson, but it'll be a Flyers ball from the side.
Nice little handle shown by Smith there, coming up the court, wheeling and dealing. And yeah, Bradley, a guy who certainly can score. He's a guy that can find a way to put it in the basket, facing up, a little bit of post-up game, slashing.
Smith out to Samuels. Just a little short on that one. Quealy getting into the key, goes alone. Well, it looked like there might have been a push in the back there. That's certainly what Samuels is saying, but Olasheni takes his points.
Good screen from Olasheni to set up Quealy for the wide open shot. He didn't quit on the play.
Smith is going to fire up the three. And they've done a good job on the defensive glass, London, which you have to against Bristol. Just not quite enough to force that home there, Luke Nelson.
Well, you said it. When you look at Bristol, they do miss a lot of shots. 42% last in the league in field goal percentage. So there's a lot of offensive rebounds on offer. And they are at the top of the league in offensive rebounding. But that's #1 on the scouting report is, block these guys out. They're going to miss some shots, but they're also going to crash early and often.
Well, that is the sort of identity of Bristol the last couple of years. Not the best shooting team in the league, but boy, they go after the second chance points. And they're usually at the top end of that category. Well, you mentioned London's proficiency from the free throw line. Missed a couple here, but they still have a double-figure lead, 12.5 minutes into the game. as Nelson takes a breather. Smith slipping down the lane but losing the ball. Nwaba to Morgan for three. Back iron. Olasheni's in there. Comes out to Sandy and now Nwaba. Morgan up in the air. Wasn't quite sure where that pass was going to go, but he found Olasheni in the end.
Well, that was a good pass. It wasn't the greatest because it didn't lead him perfectly to the hoop, but he had to throw it there. And Olaseni, good hands to catch it. You see Leslie backing up, and that's where he can catch it. And the ball fake really helps him out here. You know, 2 ball fakes, get Smith off balance, and able to draw the foul.
Well, he's always been very patient in the post, waiting for the opportune moment.
Lions going for their 14th straight league win. They've been off for a while, no question about it, but this has been quite a run in the league for them. They have a chance to win their 30th league game of the season if they can win today.
Well, they managed that last year. It's not an easy feat. You've done it a couple of times, Rob. You won 30 games in a 33-game season one year, but it's quite a big number. It's quite a landmark win to get to that.
Yeah, no question. You have to be consistent all the way through, at home, on the road, in the afternoon, in the evening, no matter where you're playing, what time, and they have been.
That one's turned over. Oh, Yora stepping his way to the rim, but off the back iron from Ollison. But there's the captain to throw it back in for 2.
Well, he's always around the rim when there's a missed shot. One of the more unique players you'll find, Raphael Thomas Edwards, just keeps crashing and crashing and crashing.
Morgan down the lane, drops it off Olasheni for another 2. You talked about that great run that London have had. They've not actually lost a league game since early December. And as you say, there's been fewer games in recent weeks, but they keep winning them all whenever they're playing.
And whoever is playing for them as well, because they rotate a lot.
Shot clock getting low here. Thomas Edwards work to do. Somehow got it on the rim, keeps it alive, and he'll go to the free throw line.
But don't worry, he'll get it back. Amazing, amazing ability to go find the ball. He's mad at himself there. He knows he had a clear look at the basket for the layup. But sometimes players get mad and then don't go after the ball. Well, when he gets mad and he misses it, he's going harder to go get it.
Well, we talked about the lack of depth that they've got today, Bristol. They're not lacking for size. That lack of depth is really in the backcourt, so their offensive rebounding shouldn't be too hugely affected, although they do rebound from the wings as well, to be fair. Thomas Edwards makes the second free throw. 11 points still separate the teams.
No points from Ollison so far. You know, that's a big game last time against him for 31, scoreless so far.
Well, we're trying to get his own offensive rebound. Green is able to come down with that. And that's going to be a grab foul. Just 1 or 2 asking the question if there was a play on the ball there. Probably enough of it.
Maybe. Huggy there.
He was a little huggy. Oh, just thrown straight to Phillip. Oh, behind the back pass. Oh, my, what a play from the London Lions. Sandy punches it home.
Well, Phillip caught that out of the air, and then the around the back pass, which we love. And Sandy said, this is going to be a good highlight. Let me throw it down.
Another turnover. Here's Phillip again. He's looking for options. That's a goaltend on the way down from Johnson. It's always tough to block a layup from behind.
And the bench is on him there. There you see, he just steals the ball away, the around the back. And Sandy says, yes, I want to be on the highlight film this week. But the bench giving Phillip a hard time that he didn't dunk that last one.
Well, when you're up 15, they can get in onto him like that. Here's Johnson throwing it up. And it's a 2 free throws, is it?
Thought he called it on the floor, and that's what Johnson is debating with the referee.
Shake of the head. It's also the 4th foul, so it's not. Oh, there's another, not a great inbound pass, but they somehow get it underneath to Thomas Edwards for 2. But no recovery. Olaseni had run the floor, but he waits for reinforcements.
Bristol hanging around a little bit here. London not as proficient on offense as they were to start.
Morgan in the corner for 3. Well, that'll add 3 more to the total, and that will force Andreas Kapoulas into a timeout. 24-40, the Lions lead. We'll take a break as well. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol, where we've probably had the play of the weekend here, the steal and jam for the London Lions.
That was awesome. The round-the-back pass is one of my favorites, but especially when it's left-handed. He threw it left-handed. London doing a good job. 10 points off turnovers so far. 5 turnovers for Bristol, 10 points for London.
Rob Paternoster still throwing the behind-the-back passes. When a ball comes out of play, the referee's got to be ready. Rob's always got that pass for them. Well, the Bristol backcourt struggling at the minute to get any points on the board. Ollison and Johnson are combined 0 for 11 for no points.
And that hurts, especially when you don't have Lucas and Jacob to turn to. You know, in other games, you turn around and you go, let's give those 2 guys a run out there.
Lobbed into Green. Slightly further out with that hook shot, but it drops in.
The 9-foot jump hook from Green. He does have a soft touch, though, especially on that right hand. Good out-of-bounds play from Andreas at Bristol to get him that shot.
Ooh, Sharma wasn't looking. Fortunately, Morgan was quick enough to hustle and save that play. Corner 3 halfway down, and well, with one hand, Ollison pulls that in. Green spinning back the other way, nice finish.
Hey, right, left, whatever, anything around the basket, Brad Green can do it.
Well, a couple of scores coming out of that timeout, and that has forced Coach Božić into a timeout here for London. The gap is still 12, but he's not happy with the momentum of the game.
Yeah, a good timeout from him, and I think Bristol has shown in the past that, you know, they could come back here at home. I think the last time they played him, they went on a huge run in that second half to get back in the game, and Coach Božić and the coaching staff remember that. So they say, hey, let's stop it right now. Let's run a play. You know, offensively, although 40 on the board, I feel like over the last 5 to 10 minutes, not the same as when they started. So let's see what he draws up, and let's see who they go to.
He's still going through his reads there before he gets it out. The other thing at this time of year, we talked about the momentum and getting your team ready for the playoffs. Obviously, for him, it's also about ensuring everybody is in a good rhythm. Everybody gets their time that they needed. This is their last 3 games after today. Plymouth away, and then they're at home to Surrey and away to Cheshire.
Yeah,
to finish out.
Yeah, I think that this is certainly a time for them to get themselves back, get themselves used to BBL competition again. It's been a little while, and try to figure out what's going to be that playoff rotation.
Because the thing was, not only obviously they were playing the Euro Cup games, because they'd actually won the league title, even when they were playing in the domestic games, I'm sure their psychological focus would have still been on those knockout games in Europe. So actually, probably for the last month or so, it's been further down their agenda, if you like.
Nothing else to play for now, so front and center, British Basketball League play.
Well, Morgan comes away with it. Ollison said, I fouled him, ref. Why didn't you blow that? And Nelson can't make the 3. Ollison is happy now that he didn't call it because he gets a rebound out of it.
London struggling to shoot the 3. They've had some pretty good looks, not knocking them down.
Well, Ollison gets his first points on the board at the 6th attempt of shooting. Bristol with 6 in a row now. Morgan driving quickly. I think he was expecting a whistle. It didn't come his way. There will be one there as Nelson stops the break.
Well, the last play was for Morgan. They isolate him on that right side to drive to the basket. You see Nelson here. What's on his mind? Stop the break. We've seen them do that with Phillip before and Nelson again. And when you have so many players to rotate, you're not really worried about foul trouble. But that one's a little bit different because you're going to send him to the free throw line. If you're Bristol, you know, hasn't been the best of starts. They haven't looked great out there. Allison, first point of the game right there on the free throw line. But if he makes this one, it's only 8. So, you know, they can go into the halftime with a little bit of momentum, which can, you know, really raise those energy levels for the second half.
Well, that's the thing, is they just got to hang on in there, really, against a team with a lot more options. Referee's just going to look at each other, make sure they have the same agreement as whose possession it is. It is going to be a Flyers ball. And London, who led by as many as 16, could see their advantage down to 6 here.
London, 3 for 13 from the three-point line so far. I mean, they've had great looks.
Well, they've made at least 10 in all of their games against Bristol this season. Foul is caught, and again, they'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. And Ollison, having missed his first 5 field goals of the game, gets a little close range one, a couple of free throws, and now another 2 free throws. And seeing the ball goes through the net really helps the shooter.
No question. And, you know, it's not going through the net for him in other ways, so let's, you know, put your head down and get to the basket. But he'll find a way. Ollison, and very impressed with him this season. Last season, you know, I said it before, we played him in the playoffs, and he was really coming on at the end of the season. But this year, he stepped up. I think he's been, him and Green, their most valuable players. When you look at Ollison, he's certainly going to be up for some awards at the end of the year because, you know, when you start looking at scouting reports and guarding players on other teams, he's a difficult matchup.
Well, Coach Kapoulis with the defensive play there. His substitution prevented the London fast break. Bristol 10 unanswered points here. Salawati. Quealy driving in, kicks out to Nelson for 3. That is short. And still London can't get the scoreboard ticking. Stuck on 40. Johnson for 3. Johnson knocks down the 3. Well, all of a sudden, the backcourt that was struggling in the last time out has got 9 points in this run, and Bristol have cut it down to 3.
Well, Sulawati gambled there. Bad play from him, especially when you don't get it. And Johnson says, okay, well, you know what? Wide open, straight on, that's mine. I think when you look at London, not to repeat myself, but it's, they're playing pretty good offense. Even that last possession was a good kick out, and they weren't able to hit the three-point shot.
While London were 40 to 24 ahead. Those 2 hooks from Brad Green started the momentum, and then the guards chipping in with the rest as the Flyers have reeled it right back in.
You look at the Lions, 3 for 14 from three-point range. And, said it before, a lot of good looks. And when you look at them on the season, they are #1 in the league in three-point percentage at 39%, making 10.4 per game.
Well, 1:26 to go here in the second quarter. That started so well for London, but has dissipated away. Trying to get off 40. Bristol have scored 13 points since London last had the scoreboard moving. Morgan inside, kicks it out. It's a little low for Nelson. Has to fire up the 3. That's off the mark. Green with the rebound.
Good defense from Bristol. They went to the flex cut action, which we've seen them do before, but they closed off Connor Morgan down low and defended the entire possession.
Ollison driving in, slowing it down. Green with the offensive rebound. Johnson to tie it. Back iron Smith. Fouling Sholawati over the back, trying to get that second chance opportunity.
And there's a missed opportunity there from Johnson. The place would have erupted if he was able to hit that off of an offensive rebound. What they do best, Bristol, just wasn't able to make it, and now the giveaway foul to send Sulawati to the line for 2.
Well, the ball's in the air, so nobody has possession. Therefore, it is 2 free throws for the foul. And finally, London get off 40.
Get Sulawati back here for the Lions. We'll stop-start with him with injuries. Very valuable player for them, especially on the defensive end.
Well, 4 minutes between scores for the London Lions. Their lead went from 16 to 3, but it is now 5. Johnson trying to tick the time down. Shot clock is at 7. Now he looks to go. Driving all the way to the rim, swiped away by Sharma, but got him with a foul first.
Sharma didn't like that when he went. Great athletic play to get there, and I think he's got that left arm on his back. Not the right one. The right one blocked the shot, but the left arm on the back was called. I think that was a big play there. And make these 2. 3 sounds really nice for Bristol going into halftime.
Certainly a lot better than it was 5 minutes ago. Well, he goes 1 for 2. Plenty of time here. Here's Nelson. Gets it back, has a glance up at the clock. Now he fires up the 3. Back iron, and that does not go. Well, the London Lions led by 16 midway through that quarter, Rob. Looking comfortable, but what a finish by the Bristol
Yeah,
Flyers.
good job from the Flyers. Slow start from them today. Obviously a little tired with guys down, but kept battling all the way to give themselves a chance here going in at halftime.
Well, they are right in this ball game as they make their way to the locker rooms at the half. Rob and I will be back to break it all down right after this break. Welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League here, and the London Lions looked comfortable for much of that first half, but Bristol Flyers really finished that half well, take the momentum into the locker.
Yeah, no doubt. Big quarter for them, especially defensively. London firing on all cylinders in the first quarter, but Bristol really buckled down to play good defense in the second quarter.
Let's have a look at the numbers from the first half, and the one you talked about it all the way through the half leaps off the page. London, 18% from the three-point line.
Wow, and I thought they had some good looks too. You know, Nelson really struggling out there, so interesting to see if they can get those to go in the second half, but Bristol hung around just enough to keep themselves in this game.
Well, let's have a look at the tail of the first half, and it was relatively comfortable for London in the early stages, doing what we've seen them do all season. Gabe Olasheni setting the table for them.
Yeah, I thought their offense in that first quarter was exceptional. Even when they didn't score, they really moved the ball well. And Gabe was like, okay, guys, if you're going to give me these, I'll take them. He wasn't afraid to shoot those. Now, Bristol, Levi Bradley kept them around. You know, without his start, they would be in big, big trouble. He started out hot, but there you see the openings that opened up in that first quarter for the Lions, you know, transition baskets, moving the ball around many different ways.
Well, that was the thing. They were getting points off turnovers. They were getting out in the open floor, and it seemed really easy for London at this stage.
Maybe too easy at times, and that's what can happen with teams. It didn't look like they had to do too much to get that lead. But Bristol had different ideas. They had different ideas. And Pasquale came in to hit the three, and that was important for them with the, you know, guys down on the bench today.
But London continued to do all that. The backcourt for Bristol misfiring. They were 0 for 11 for their first shots here, Johnson and Ollison, but the big man kept them going.
Yeah, he did, and he's the guy. And here, this is the play. We got to show again. The left-handed around the back pass for the slam. And at that point, London's thinking, this is going to be easy. But Bristol had other ideas.
And once they did get going, suddenly the shots started going in for their guards that weren't going in earlier.
Well, they're only shooting 40%, but much better as the half ended. They really raised that percentage to end the half.
Well, they certainly did. Tevin Ollison, one of those guys, and they need a big second half from him. In a moment, we'll check out what he does during the day. But first of all, let's have a look back at the highlights from Leicester against Bristol.
Ball knocked around, rebounding, usually a specialty of the Bristol Flyers, but this time it is a specialty of Sam Adowu.
Good job by Bristol to get that back.
Contact made, no foul called, bucket drops.
This is nice.
Deep range three.
Ooh! Let me just be quiet on that one, Todd.
From the Midlands, that's three. Ooh, and another deep range three, courtesy of Trajan Jacob. Shots coming and shots falling, and what a stroke for Trajan Jacob. Back-to-back monster threes for the dunk specialist. And how about this? Key with the icing on top.
Here's something nice.
Up
Good
and
offense.
under, and that'll be an and one. Teddy Allen now. All kinds of creativity and Teddy buckets. Going left then, puts it up with the right. Kimmel McKenzie with a beautiful fake, and the Canadian gets to the rim and puts in another bucket. Deep range three off balance, and that does nothing but net. Don't hang your head, Kimmel McKenzie. There's nothing you can do about that. Another turnover, so TJ Law's got a wide open Teddy Allen. He'll take the three. Kimmel McKenzie trying to get the ball as he gets a shove off on Tajon Lucas. Lucas sells it, the refs don't buy it. Slicing, dicing, cuts in, kicks it back out. And that was a beautiful no look coming off the hands of Lucas to get it to Brad Green. And this is watch out time for the Leicester Riders as everything is falling for the Bristol Flyers.
Oh,
Which is now ballooned to 18, which could now, nice leave. Again, oh! And Adowu is gonna just rue the day that he didn't put that one down, because that was wide open, and that's gonna three. That is a 5-point swing. Well, where do you go from here? A deep range three there, and that has been the one bright spot for the Leicester Riders. Unfortunately, that basket is not worth 18 points.
Fantastic job by Bristol. I felt like they did a wonderful job managing this game.
Being an athlete, you just don't wake up, play basketball, and go back home. You have a lot of things to do. You have to prepare. If you don't prepare, you won't be ready for the game. For a Flyer, you're gonna wake up at, I hope you're gonna wake up by 8:15. Then you're gonna have strength and conditioning at 10 a.m. Team meeting, we will most likely discuss what happened in the last game or what we're gonna do in practice that day, or if we're gonna go through the scout of the team that we're gonna go up against. Just go with a game plan for the week. Flyers don't do 1, 2, 3, Flyers. And after that, we're gonna go into training. Watch the language today, coach. Oh my God, this is a funny team. We have so many different personalities. Trajan Jacob, people. I would probably say I'm the most outgoing, maybe. If you were to ask everybody, I might be the most playful and most friendly. Shot gate, 4 in a row. I gotta make this, 5. I see these guys all the time, every day. I get tired of them sometimes. And here we are at Carlton High School, just left training with Raph and Brad, and we're just here at one of these camps for the Bristol Sports Foundation. And this is just one of our other responsibilities as an athlete for the Bristol Flyers, going out and doing things in the community. You're on camera too. Oh, I need that. Ain't none of that. You're a product of the city. You're a product of the organization as a whole. You're have to carry yourself a different way. You have to be a great role model towards the kids. It's an honor as well because a lot of people would love to be in our position.
I can't remember when, but when you played them, you got 31 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had 31. Matt Morgan had 31. Matt Morgan, if you're watching this, I don't like you. I'm just playing. It definitely takes some discipline and some sacrificing, but you know, it's worth it in the end because you all have one goal, and that's to win.
Welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League, whether you're joining us on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube. Great to have you alongside us. Let's have a look at all the schedule for this weekend in the British Basketball League. There's been 3 games so far, wins for Bristol, Plymouth and Cheshire. Coming up in half an hour's time, Cheshire against Caledonia, big one in the battle for second place in the standings. And Rob and I will be back at 6 o'clock for the Battle of the Roses, Manchester against Sheffield. Let's have a look at the as it stands version of the table. This would be a big win for Bristol if they could find some way of getting over the line. If they can't come back, London are going to have a 30th victory on the board.
Yeah, you look at Bristol, and they want to avoid London. So the more wins they can have to end the season, they will avoid London in that first round.
Well, that is the prize, if you like, for Bristol. But they could still, we could even still catch you if they win out and you don't manage to get wins in your last couple of games. There's a few teams. No, there's a few teams they could still reel in.
I hear you. They still have an opportunity with 3 out of 4 home games. You expect them to be really competitive in all those and, you know, make a run for it. And now this first few minutes of this half is huge for them.
Well, as Rob said, that last 2 games, both at home, they still have to go to Newcastle. Manchester come here on the 13th, and then Caledonia come here on the 19th of April. London, obviously, it doesn't impact where they're going to finish, but it's about rhythm for them. They've got Plymouth away, Surrey at home, and then Cheshire away, and there might be some psychological thing into that game against Cheshire at the end, particularly in mind of the trophy final earlier this year.
Yeah, we shall see. And I think the most important thing for them is the health of everyone, and that's what they're going to make sure. And they have the right to do that now, by clinching the league so early.
Top of the key. There we go. Perfect stop. Phillip knocks it down.
I thought he was good in that first half as well. When he was out on the floor, he was a +12 for them out on the floor. Right off the bat, he makes his presence known.
And he's 4 of 5 from the floor for 9 points. Mollison to Bradley, who started the first half so well. Can he do the same here in the second? Doesn't get his first points, and the tip from Green does not go in.
Good activity from Sandy. He never stops working on that defensive end.
Down low to Olusheni. Pass is deflected. Bradley comes away with it. Looking for options. Takes it himself. Gets the foul. Basket is good. And he'll go to the line for the bonus.
Well, offensively, London makes the mistake with the turnover, and Bradley takes advantage of it. The contact and the finish. And remember, he started out hot in that first quarter, coming out of halftime with a bucket right away.
This is the bonus free throw. Sandy. Hand off to Morgan. Working the pick and roll. Gets the switch, just 4 on the shot clock, has to go. Drives, kicks out to Sandy, beats the buzzer, but doesn't knock it down. Offensive rebound, though, from Olusheni, who sees Sandy in a better spot, and he's foul will shoot 2.
Good pass. Good defense from Bristol there. You know, they forced Sandy to make that shot from the corner. But Sandy with the offensive rebound. And Sandy, although missed the shot, didn't stop working, cutting, draws the foul.
Well, as you say, he's always very active. And it's one of them where you would have thought it'd be quite easy to stand in the corner and admire that shot. But he was straight in there, can't make the front end of the free throw.
Not the best free throw shooter. This is only his 8th attempt in 32 games. 9th now, 57%.
Well, that percentage is going down as he goes 0 for 2. Good hands to deflect it away from Gabe Olusheni. Back to Morgan. Foul is called on Johnson, who wasn't too happy with that one.
Thought he played pretty good defense to stop the quick Morgan there. You see, we've seen a lot more go today, and Ketty frustrated with that one.
His second personal. Nice try. Oh, he's not finished it, though. Oh, Shenny did the hard way. Oh, Morgan with the steal. 3-on-1 here. Morgan's going to pull up for 3. And, well.
Wow.
They won't be clipping that one up on the highlight reel.
Well, you would have bet anything that they would have scored at one point in those few possessions. Here, Morgan, instead of taking it to the hoop, he pulls up for 3. And this is a bucket, right? Nope.
Well, welcome to 2024 basketball, that, wasn't it? Shooting a 3 in transition like that. Can't imagine your coaches when you were a youngster telling you to do that, Rob.
No, no chance. Get it to the basket, drive to the hoop. Phillip does a good job there, muscling his way to the hoop. A little rusty maybe here, the Lions, in this game. It's been a while.
Ollison rattles in his first 3. He was 0 for 4 in the first half.
And that's the thing with Bristol here. They are very dangerous at times, especially in that arena.
Well, we saw Olasheni hit a couple of those in the first half. And he says, there's another one for you.
Wide open, so casual. Sunday afternoon in the park.
Well, 13 points for him. Playing in the park, Rob. I heard somebody else has been doing that recently. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. I'm back.
Rob Paternoster hitting the asphalt of Leicestershire.
Oh, I'm back.
And how are you feeling today?
Great. Ready to go again.
Nice pass and laid in by Olasheni inside. He's up to 15.
Phillip made the play again. He's been so tough to stop, whether he's scoring or passing or defending.
Green, well, he's a little casual with the flip to Thomas Edwards, stolen away. Nwaba pushing hard, and nobody in transition is more direct than he.
Yeah, nice job from Olasheni to run the floor, get up there, and create that space so Nwaba can get to the hoop.
Bailey spinning baseline. Green on the offensive glass and the putback.
Well, that Bradley had a quick move there, but Green didn't give up on the play. We know he can rebound. I do. 7 the other night on the offensive glass. Finishes for 2.
Number 6 tonight on the offensive glass for him, and he's got his double-double with that. He got the points, he got the rebounds first, and then caught up with the points. He's up to 10. Basically, this is every game we see this graphic from Brad Green.
Yeah, double-double machine. Even last season, he was in Austria, 22 of 36 games, double-double. So you know he's the guy that gets to the glass and can finish down there. An interesting timeout from Coach Bozic, right? You got the timeout coming, under 5. He doesn't look too happy with his group right now.
He's just trying to fire some life, I think. He's not the most typical Serbian coach. I know one or two of his brethren in Serbia might be a little bit more irate in this timeout, but he tends to be very calm on the outside at least.
Yeah, no question. We've seen that all year, and that roster is the type of roster to make you calm, right? But he is a guy that, from what I hear though, when he needs to, he'll bring it out. And I know a lot of coaches that are like that. From the sideline, nice and calm, but there are times when you have to, bring it out to your team to give them that message. And Coach Bozic's been able to do that throughout the season. It's their 60th game in all competitions of the season as well.
Is that a backcourt? No, it's not, says the referee. Looked like Phillip just lost that, but it must have been Ollison tipping it away. No way past Smith. Ollison, catch and shoot. Ooh, doesn't go.
That was the one there. You've seen him make those time and time again.
Nwaba, that's going to be an offensive foul. That arm went out and sent Keedy Johnson to the floor.
Job by Johnson. You know how strong and how direct Nwaba can be. And there you see that right arm. Good call. Like we've seen from Keedy Johnson this year. First year out, West Virginia. Last year, great program. Dynamic guard.
Ollison is going to fire it up. Olasheni just cleaning up on the glass at the minute.
Talk about valuable players in this league. Gabe Olasheni's got to be right at the top of the list. All that he does with that size and strength, passing, rebounding, scoring. And he goes about it in such a professional manner out there.
Smart, always seems to make the right play too. Here's Morgan back to Phillip. Bradley a little slow to his feet. There's Olasheni right on cue. 17 points off 8 shots for Gabe.
The push shot from Gabe. A good pass from Morgan. Slipped out of the screen and a quick pass to Olasheni.
Offensive foul is going to go against Johnson for the hook. And he's not happy, neither are the locals. It's 47-54 here at the Y's. Timeout has been called. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Bristol. Coach Kapoulas and his Flyers trailing by 7 here.
Yeah, and you're Coach Kapoulas, you know, you're missing Jacob, you're missing Lucas, and Allison 2 for 10, Johnson 1 for 9, and still in the game.
Yeah, you wouldn't have expected that when those numbers are a little too easy for Matt Morgan, but I'll tell you the key difference in this game is you look at the plus minuses for London. All of their starters are between plus 13 and plus 20, so that means they're 20 points better off with that player on the court. The bench are all in the minus figures, so when the starters are out there, London are piling on the pain.
The question is, will he go to the bench as much in the second half?
He's got 3 of his bench players out there at the moment. Here's Bradley firing up off the mark. Tipped down by Shalawati to Phillip.
Good play from Salawade. Doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but nice play to keep the ball.
Connor Morgan, only his second shot of the ball game. He's 0 for 2.
Another wide open 3 on the pick and pop. I've seen many of those go down this year.
Oh, that's thrown away, and that'll be an easy run back. Well, not quite, but Morgan is there to tip it home, and Coach Kapoulas now taking his turn to call a timeout with 3:40 to go. Suddenly a couple of scores, and it's back to double figures.
Good ball pressure there. That was Phillip that was all over him. Sulawade up, and Morgan never gave up on that play. 60 games in the season, so what? Keep running, even though he just missed his shot. Great play from him to keep the lead here at 11, and Coach Kapoulas with the quick timeout.
Well, it's has been certainly a battle. You can see Coach Kapoulas not too happy. Been a battle of 2 of the big guys going head-to-head today.
Yeah, it's been a nice battle. Both guys have had really good seasons. 17 so far for Ola City. He's made a lot of jump shots today. And look at the rebounding. Brad Green, it doesn't matter who he plays. He's all over that offensive glass. And the thing with Green that I like, obviously, Olaseni splits time with Sharma, with all the talent. But with Green, not really a natural backup. He plays heavy minutes, game after game after game. And you're looking at Bristol with Brad Green. They are a team that, you know, 45 games this season, too. They played in European competition. So extremely impressed with his ability to just ring the bell every game.
Well, 19 double-doubles for Brad Green in league play this season. He brings it every night. Can Bristol find their way back into this?
I thought that was a good timeout from Coach Kapoulas. Don't let it get away from you here.
Olison going to fire up the 3. Doesn't quite go. Smith this time on the offensive glass, forcing it in for 2.
Way to go, Leslie. If it's not going down from 3 and the guards are missing a lot of them, go get it. And he did that just there.
Well, double figures now in second chance points for the Flyers. Smith with the steal as well, but it's taken right back from Matt Morgan.
Oh.
Well, that's a good shot if it goes in.
It was the same one as before.
Yeah. It didn't go in before either. Here's Smith. Down the lane, Sharma with the foul. Olison going to the line for a bonus.
And Allison knows who's coming to get him right there. Sharma, best shot blocker in the league. Here he comes. Let me get into the body. Get there. And maybe it was an offensive foul there from Allison. If we maybe see that again, you know, using that other arm, Sharma saying, what did I do? I just jumped straight up, but give Allison the credit for not making the outside shot. Get it to the rim.
Well, he's converted the three-point play, cut the lead down to 6. We were questioning what Coach Božić would be doing on the rotation. He's got an all-bench 5 out there right now. Connor Morgan.
Good defense from Smith in the post.
Quealy finding a gap in the lane, can't convert, batted out to Connor Morgan. His 3 is short.
Wow, he's really struggling with that shooting. The whole team is from three-point range. Bristol hanging around because London can't put him away with the 3.
3 for 21 from behind the arc. It's knocked away by Shalawade. Smith is chasing him. Will he catch him? No, he won't. He's jammed in.
Good hands from Sulawati out in midcourt. And he lightly dunks it through for 2. Pressure on the guards has been pretty good today from London.
20 points off turnovers. I thought for a second there might be a chance at some more, but foul was scored against Connor Morgan. That's the 5th, so it will be 2 free throws.
That's something that, you know, as a coach, you don't want. That far away from the basket.
Well, sorry, that my mistake. That was the team's 4th, not the 5th. So it is a sideline ball.
So not as bad of a foul there from Morgan. Bristol's still, like I said, if you know the bench in the game here, get a bucket. They run this play a lot for Green in the post.
A double big lineup for Bristol with both Smith and Green in the game. Green muscling his way in.
Boom, boom, and then the touch with the left hand reverse from Mr. Green. Defense picking up here for the Flyers.
Sulawati. Oh, that pass a little low. Sharma can't quite get to it. Forced turnover. That's going to be a foul against Quealy.
That's the one you don't want to put him in. But watch this move again. Boom, boom, and then lefty off the top of the glass for 2. And I think early in the season you're looking at getting him on that left hand as much as you can. But as it's gone on, he's got better and better and better with that. And again, showing his power and skill for 2.
First point of the game for Corey Samuels. Well, we've seen Bristol over the years in this building have big 4th quarters to win games. These fans have witnessed many a grandstand finish here at the Wise, and setting up for one again. 11 to play. They're within 4. Sulawati way off the mark. Wanted a foul, didn't get one. Samuels directing traffic, trying to get it to a 1-possession game here. Hollison working the high screen. Green, long elbow jumper off the mark.
Look at this lineup here for London. You're wondering who's scoring the points. Morgan struggling from perimeter. Nelson struggling from the perimeter.
Well, Sharma has 6. He's the highest scoring of this unit. That's knocked away, but if you look, Sulawati has 4, Morgan has 3, Nelson has 1, Quealy hasn't scored, Sharma has 6.
I thought that possession was indicative of Nelson's day. He's got a clear look at the basket there. Overpassed that one.
Well, he's 0 for 7 from the floor, 0 for 6 from 3. That's probably why, and that was a long way short. Wow. So Bristol can cut it to 1 shot here going into the 4th. Crowd counting down the clock. Ollison gets it away, misses, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. While it was 4 points coming in, it's 4 points going out. This one in the balance as we head to the 4th quarter. That'll be right after this break. Welcome back to the Wise. They're below 500 here this season. They're trying to get back to an even place, make it an 8th win in the league. They're down 4 going into the last quarter. Foul is called against Quealy.
Crashed into him here. Wow. Boom. Good morning, good afternoon.
Was a bit judo, wasn't
Wow.
it? Johnson around the screen. 5 seconds to shoot. Thomas Edwards gets it away. Quealy with the rebound.
They needed that one there. That could have really turned up the pressure on the line.
Looking for options. Olasheni right down the middle, easy as you like.
Well, that's the play they run to try to get Gabe a shot. They throw it into the post on that block, and Gabe comes around, catches it, and scores in a smooth way.
Well, Green was giving him it from 15 feet, and he was knocking it down. He overplayed it that time. Took him to the rim instead. Here's Keedy Johnson backing out for 3, missing everything.
Wow.
Nelson to Quealy, long 2.
Hey, why not? Top of the backboard. I didn't think it was the right decision. I thought maybe Olaseni running up the floor. But Quealy's like, I can bake this one, man. Give it to me.
Well, they all count the same, don't they? Doesn't matter how they go in. Ooh, almost stolen away. Samuels backs out for 3 and knocks it down.
Not the most proficient three-point shooter, but Samuels know they needed a bucket and didn't shy away from it to knock it down.
Corey Samuels, only his 8th three-pointer of the season. Trying to get them back at the other end, and there's a guy who makes 1 or 2 more, that's for sure.
He didn't hesitate at all on that. Tuluwade, ball in his hands, let it fly. 4 for 23 from the Lions on the day. And if you want to get Lions, this is the day you get them, when they're shooting like this.
Well, 4 for 23, and they're still up 8. Johnson, suddenly the 3s are flying in.
Poor rotation that time from London on defense. They forgot to go get Ketty. And Ketty, when he's open like that, we've seen that today, knocks it down.
Oh, great play by Green, but he stayed with it, Nwaba. Luke Nelson, time to line one up. Finally gets one to go. Luke Nelson struggled from three-point line, missed his first 6, but makes number 7.
That certainly felt good for him. He used a little dribble there. Here's a dribble, relax. Right straight on, knock it down.
It's very much his shot, top of the key. That's a reach round from Quealy.
A little over-aggressive here with the fouls. Remember, he crashed into Samuels earlier on. That time, poor reach around for the foul.
Foul number 3 on him. London still by 8 with 7 to play. Johnson probing. Round it goes, Samuels in the opposite corner. He knocks it down again.
The Bristol native says, come on, guys, get on my back. It doesn't matter that we're down 2 guys. I'll make shots today.
Nwaba thinking about getting those 3 points back and doing exactly that.
Too much time for a professional like Nwaba. He had so much time to balance himself and line that one up.
Smith wants it in the post. He's had to come to nearly the three-point line. It's turned over. That's a back, or it did.
I think he did touch it. I think he did. You have to see that again. Again, good defense, I thought, there from Quealy, not allowing him to throw it in the post. See how he backed off? And now there's the touch. A little tap from Bradley. Can't get away with that, the referee says.
It was deflected originally by the defender, but the last touch into the backcourt was on Bradley, and therefore that is a violation, taking it back into the backcourt. He nods his head, but it did touch him on the way out.
And here's Matt Morgan and Tariq Phillip now back into the game. They've been very effective.
Rossini, well, that just slipped out of his hands, did it? Yeah, it hit the bottom of the stanchion and out of bounds for a Flyers ball.
Green didn't do much except be big there, be big and strong and tall, and he shut down Alessini from getting to the basket.
Ollison, Samuels again. Not this time.
Good look, too. We had another one, same spot.
Oh, took it right to the rim. Ollison is fouled. Oh, and sportsmanlike foul.
Whoa.
And there's some conversation being had between Ollison and Samuels. Referee Yadansky getting in the mix to make sure it didn't escalate. Let's have another look at it. You've seen Wamba driving hard to the hole. Can't get that one to go. Well, the referee was quick to signal it. It's one of those where if you just hang on for a little bit too long on the foul, the referees will say that's excessive force.
Did he grab the shirt maybe on the other side? So it might have looked like there. Nwaba was trying to dunk that from far out.
Yeah.
But Ossini again. Right place, right time. He's that type of player.
Let's have another look, see if we can see what the unsportsmanlike is for. Maybe, well, it's hard to tell.
I felt like he had that right hand on the shirt. And the shirt
yeah,
came
maybe.
out. And if a referee sees the tugging of a shirt,
yeah,
sometimes it can be called. But we've seen less than that. Knock him. Jeez. Tough one for Bristol.
Well, you'd like to see it from the angle that the referee saw it from, to be 100% sure, but it did look a little soft. Shot clock. No, you don't see it, London, and violation. Well, typically it goes in at the end of it.
They had the switch there with Brad Green. Brad Green out on the perimeter and the smaller guy inside. But, you know, they switched those screens at the end of clocks. So you should have had some sort of ID, even if you didn't look at the shot clock, that the time was winding down. Starting 5. Back out on the court for Bristol.
Knocked away. That's going to be a football violation. It was not loose, and it was Ollison's foot that kicked the ball, so that'll go back to London.
We've seen London all day today. Phillips, Uluwade, a lot of guys here that are getting their hands on the ball. You know, when the players are squaring them up defensively, they're so quick. Phillips got quick, strong hands. But a few of the guys have done that today. That's resulted in steals out at midcourt. Uluwade in for now with this lineup. Looks like it could be their closing lineup here.
Well, it's 4 of the starting 5, and Uluwade could easily be a starter as Morgan drives to the rim. We've seen that so many times. Few better in the league at getting to the free throw line than Matt Morgan.
Accelerates so well when he goes downhill, and this is what you like to see him use the left here maybe. Just misses it. He'll want that one back. He'll want to finish it. Green came over with the body foul.
Nice. Normally an excellent free throw shooter. London have left a few out there. They are 9 for 15 from the line.
Hasn't been a great shooting day from the free throw line or the three-point shot. And that's why, Bristol's still in the game.
But London with the last 6 points, just to move back into a double-figure lead. Trying to put this one away. They don't want to see any more drama at the Wise that these fans have seen a lot of over the years. Here's Ollison. Late shot clock. can't go. There's Green again on the offensive glass. Just would not be denied.
Well, when Olaseni's out there jumping around trying to stop Allison, Green gets that head start. That was a great offensive rebound from him. And again, it's stamina from him to keep going and going and going.
Well, it's an 11-point game. Can the Flyers get all the way back? Find out after this break. Welcome back to Bristol. Brad Green still doing the business on the glass.
Great job from him. That's his 7th offensive rebound, 14th of the game. 27 minutes of play already. Long week for Bristol. He just keeps going and going.
First free throw is good. Looking to pull it back to single figures. Can't make the second though. Olaseni gets his 9th rebound of the game. He's closing in on a double-double. Nwaba turning the corner. Bradley in front of him. Bradley caught his arms, but Nwaba is too strong. Goes through it for 2.
And that was the play run out of the timeout to try to get Nwaba to his right hand. Olaseni handed it off, got him downhill to the right hand, and we've seen that, boom, strength from him. Good finish and good play call out of the timeout.
Converts the 3-point play. London, whose biggest lead was 16, are now back out to 13. Bradley, cross court, comes out to Ollison. Off the mark for 3, tipped down and kept in play by Phillip.
Rough night from Ollison, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I think he's 1 for 9 now for 3.
Nwaba in the corner. Can't knock it down. Ollison, shooter's going to keep shooting though, and eventually they go in.
You see him touch his head like, thank you. But that was what you said, Dan. If you're a good shooter, you don't hesitate. You don't let the last one get in your head. And a big 3 there to keep him within striking distance.
Rattles out. Well, they're just underway in Caledonia. Big game in the battle for second. Cheshire with an early 8-point lead in that one. And it's 6 o'clock tip-off for the War of the Roses. Manchester against Sheffield, Lancashire against Yorkshire. Rob and I will be in position for that one.
Offensive foul there on Bradley. Phillip on the switch, he tried to post him up, grabbed him. tough play there from Bristol. Don't want to give up those possessions here now. 10-point lead, you know, coming up on the 3-minute mark. You got to capitalize on any opportunity you get.
Also his 4th personal foul. Morgan fakes the pass, takes it to the rim, good finish.
Left hand that time, finishing for 2.
Green's gonna step into the 3, that's off the mark. And Thomas Edwards trying to force his way into a rebound there. Called for the foul, and that'll be 2 free throws as Bristol are over the limit.
And that one, you know, Green wide open, you know, not many threes for him on the season. But here you see Morgan, that downhill speed, probably got fouled there on the drive, that's what he said. With that downhill speed, we saw him do that the play before he used the right hand and didn't finish.
Technical foul has been called on Keedy Johnson. He must have said something, but yeah, to your point, Brad Green 1 of 12 from 3-point range this season.
And that was probably why he was that open.
Yeah. Well, Keedy Green is still chuntering away. The free throw is not good. The one thing you learn is Keith Williams is probably not the guy to keep chuntering to.
Oh yeah, we know that one. Although I would say less this year than before. But yeah. Around Keith, long time, 20+ years. You know he's one of those guys, you gotta zip it quick.
Phillip from the free throw line.
I think he's had a really good game today, Phillip, and you know, not just about, you know, what numbers he's putting up or whatever, just a major impact on the game in so many ways. And you know, when you're coaching a basketball team or putting a basketball team together, there can't be, you know, many better guys to put on that roster than Tariq Phillip, a competitor who's strong and makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
Well, plus 21 in the plus minus tells you how much better they've been when he's been on the floor. That's knocked away from Bradley. London starting to pull away from Bristol here in the late stages of this game. Phillip thought about the 3, decided against it. Gonna run a bit of clock instead.
Smart play.
Oh, the long rebound might come back to Sharma. It doesn't. Johnson, nice. Oh, tried the spectacular finish, but couldn't get it to go. And you talked about their schedule. It's looking like it's catching up with
no
them.
question. Give them credit too for, you know, staying in this game, hanging around this game with 2 guys down. But this is the 4th one in 8 days, and you can now see it.
It's an illegal screen for Sharma. We saw the customary pick and roll alley-oop from Nelson to Sharma, but the foul was called on the screen. Well, you wouldn't know whether they were winning or losing, I think, most of the time when you look at Coach Bosch's.
Well, he's had quite a season. We talked about this being game number 60 today. This is the hold on here. This will be 14 in a row, 1 in league play, and number 30. This will be in league play. So certainly a team that we see the talent. You know, you could just on paper incredible, no doubt, but just consistently playing good basketball.
Well, they are now having their eyes on the O2 in London. Can they get all the way there? They'll be favorites going in, obviously, as the #1 seed, the London Lions. 19th of May, you can get your tickets right now from the British Basketball League website. Make sure you are there, but the other 7 teams will be looking to knock them off on the way.
And anybody that's been down to that O2 and been in that atmosphere, no matter how many big games, Euro Cup, Euro whatever, that is an incredible event to be at as a fan, as a player, as a coach. And you know, London obviously got the W last year, and they'll want to go back there again to cap off this memorable season.
Well, nobody's played more times than you, I think, down there, Rob, since they moved the playoff final to the O2. So you know exactly what that atmosphere is like.
Caboza with the yawn on the bench there.
Yeah.
He's seen it all this year, huh? Ho-hum, another win. But yeah, no question. That 0-2 is something special. Well, it seems like the sun's out all the time down there,
it does
too.
seem like the weather's good. The little water fountains outside cool you down before you walk in.
And it's always nice to be at those events, even if your team's not in it as a basketball fan, because it is a celebration of the league, a celebration of basketball, where, you know, such a great place, that 0-2, where you can go down before the game, after the game, and talk hoops with fans and people from all around the league.
Well, Gabe thought he'd had the rest of the night off there, but Josh Sharma had other ideas by fouling out.
Well, he could go out there and maybe get another rebound.
He needs one more for his double-double. Green converts both free throws.
And, you know, London, obviously with the win, I thought they played pretty good defense, good offense with certain lineups, but certainly you can see the rust in them. So these games will be good for them. Get the train rolled.
Down to 3. He's got 16 points and 6 rebounds. He's the best plus-minus on the team as well. Shot goes up. There's number 10 for Gabe.
Give me that.
So Josh Sharma just helped him to a double-double there. Nice pass. Oh, good block though. Johnson from behind. Johnson can't turn that into 3 the other way. And there's a bit of a wrap-up between Shalawadi and Bradley. There was an unsportsmanlike signal, but who's it on is the question.
You don't want to see this at the end of a game. Let that thing play out.
Well, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that these two teams could meet again in the playoffs. What are they going to come up with? Bradley, they both got one. There we go. It's a double unsportsmanlike foul. Let's have another look. They just sort of got their arms wrapped up and a push. And
I think Bradley pushed him because that was hurting. You know, when someone has your arm locked, especially these big, strong guys, when they have your arm locked like that and they're turning, that hurts. So he pushed him to get free. So not much in that.
Well, the most significant consequence is that was his 5th, so Bradley is out of the game.
Solid game from him today, too. 14 points. Good start in both halves.
Olasheni, nice extra pass, but what a challenge again from Johnson with the block. Circles back out. Johnson shoveling it into Green, has it ripped away. Shot clock is still on for London, so they will have to keep going. Can't just dribble it out, although they may take the shot clock violation. There's a Bristol player down in the backcourt, it's Ollison, but he's back now. I think they're going to take the shot clock violation here, London. They're not going to fire one up, just run it out.
Luke, pass it to somebody else so you don't get the turnover. Oh, he took it. Okay. Well, that would be amusing if you threw it to OCD at the end.
Yeah. It's one of those where you kind of wish the shot clock operator had the ability to just flip it off there and just let them. Because all Bristol are going to do is inbound it and do exactly the same thing here.
I don't know. Keddy might get one off. Let's see.
Well,
maybe.
True. Well, they are going to get. Nelson gets himself a block there. Did that go out of bounds? It's out of bounds. So the game is not finished yet. There we go. It is now, and the London Lions move to 30 wins in the league campaign. They were pushed hard here, though, by an undermanned Bristol team.
Yeah, they were. Bristol, give them a lot of credit for hanging around. Not the prettiest game from either team, but I thought London's defense was pretty solid all the way through.
Player of the game, Rob?
Well, for me, I love the way Phillip played today. He was solid with a plus 21, but the player of the game, Gabe Olasheni, 21 points, 10 rebounds, double-double, but I thought he was excellent on defense as well. I thought he was really good at passing, at being an outlet, and I think he started the game off with the jump shot. He hits that jump shot there, and then another one there. It's such a soft touch, but whatever you need, he will bring you another soft little jumper, but he has been one of the best players in the league this year from start to finish.
And from a Lions point of view, they've been rotated the minutes. Nobody played more than 23, 24 minutes. The starters, obviously, were the more impressive of the units, but everybody got a bit of rhythm out.
Yeah, no question, a really good result for them. Not just about winning or losing, but getting them back into the rhythm and getting them ready to go for this stretch run here. It's been a long season. Probably a little bit of break they had. Now, full throttle going towards the playoff.
Well, let's have a look at the numbers from this contest. And we were talking all game about London's three-point shooting. They only made 7 in the end, shooting 25%. You'd normally say you've done pretty well there, but they're still 15 points better.
Yeah, you know, you had bad shooting from the free throw line as well from them, so they struggled for a bit there. But, you know, I look at the 2-point field goals. They did well. Bristol had a hard time, too, shooting the ball. 9 for 30 from 3, 44% from 2. And I think London did a pretty good job on the glass today dealing with Bristol's
number at the bottom as well. 18 turnovers. London got 22 points from those 18.
Yeah, and when you give a team that's struggling on the perimeter to shoot like that, those opportunities, that's going to give them that double-digit win.
Well, a great victory for the London Lions here. They've won by 15 points. Let's have a look at all of the scores this week. Bristol did win in Leicester on Thursday. Plymouth with a victory at home against Manchester. Took the head-to-head in that one, so they might avoid finishing bottom as a result of that. Cheshire winning against Surrey, coming from behind to do so. London winning by 15 here and an early start for Cheshire, up 4 in the 4:30 game. And don't forget, Rob and I will be back at 6 p.m. for Manchester Giants against the Sheffield Sharks. Here's how things stand. So a 19th loss for Bristol Flyers. That hurts their chances of catching any of the teams above them, but a 30th win, a landmark win for the London Lions.
Yeah, fantastic. You can see that. A lot of time off, but came back the same way. 14th win in a row in the league, Karen. You know, they are a team that is going to be so difficult to beat, especially in the best-of-3 series. So Bristol will want to avoid them in the first round.
Well, that is the goal for Andreas and his team for the remainder of the season, to try and get enough wins to keep Surrey behind them in the standings, because of course Surrey have the head-to-head in that matchup. Rob and I will be back for Manchester against Sheffield at 6 p.m. But for now, goodbye.